If you can stay in an absolutely silent room for a full 24 hours, you will win a $500,000 prize. Thinking it's easy money just for taking a nap, you sign without hesitation. But what you don't know is that, so far, no one has ever made it out of this challenge alive. Men in black led you blindfolded deep underground. The ambient noise faded away, like sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Removing the blindfold, you saw the walls were covered in thousands of jagged, inward-pointing acoustic wedges, like the fangs of a giant beast. In the center of the room stood several faceless gray bionic torsos. Sensor lights flickered within their ear cavities, and precision cables spilled from their cross-sections. In this absolutely soundproof space, almost every sound you hear would only come from your own body. The first 10 minutes felt comfortable, but soon every minuscule sound was infinitely magnified, even the rustle of your clothes and the whisper of your breath. By the 23rd minute, you could clearly hear your deep heartbeat and the rush of your blood. When you stood up, the friction of your bones and joints sounded like wooden gears grinding against each other. The stifling heat left you drenched in sweat. You tried to scream, only to find the sound swallowed the moment it left your lips. You were so bored that you started counting the acoustic wedges. 2,860 in total. As long as there's light, it won't be too bad, you thought to yourself. The thought had barely crossed your mind when the lights went out. The challenge had officially begun. Darkness and silence stripped away your senses of sight and hearing, triggering a wave of intense panic. Within just half an hour, the ringing in your ears intensified. The sounds of your swallowing, the churning of your stomach, and your heartbeat echoed within your body like the beating of war drums. You began to lose your sense of spatial orientation. You forced yourself to sleep, only to jolt awake in the sweltering dark. Having completely lost all concept of time, the endless tinnitus caused your eyeballs and head to throb with pain. You even began experiencing auditory hallucinations of footsteps and visual hallucinations of floating white spots. You fantasized about taking a walk in the park, desperately trying to soothe your anxiety. The prolonged darkness left you lightheaded and in a daze. You paced in circles around the room, hoping to exhaust yourself into slumber, but had to stop at the 60th lap due to severe vertigo. Time and time again, you forced yourself to sleep and wake up, yet the heavy door remained tightly shut. An unprecedented sense of despair washed over you. You thought you had been entirely forgotten until a blinding white light suddenly flared. The door burst open, and the noisy, vibrant air from the outside world rushed in. You stumbled out, sunlight spilling across your face as you greedily gasped for fresh air. However, when you couldn't help but look back, you saw your own physical body still lying motionless on the floor of the anechoic chamber, lips slightly parted. In the corner, the faceless bionic torso had its head tilted slightly, as if it were observing the you lying on the ground. Standing outside the door, chilled to the bone, you watched it slowly close, but you will never know if the one who walked out was really you.